So in the past few weeks, God has been giving me dreams about ships. So I keep seeing ships in my dream. And then the last dream I had was that my father, my son and I, we went to drive to this place to order some oil, right? And then on the drive back home, my son and I had to duck in the car because there was literally a war going on, bombs going off everywhere, just literal chaos in the dream. And then when we got home safely, and then we had a barrel of oil that was delivered to us. And I was like, God, like, what does all this mean? And then I found out the next day about what's going on in the Caribbean, about, how the US are now targeting Venezuela, right? So they're using drugs as an excuse, or the war on drugs as an excuse, but I don't believe that that is the case. I believe that what God showed me in my last dream, it's got to do with oil, this war. So and then I'm sure as well people have been hearing about what's going on in Sudan, the genocide that's happening there, and the war on drugs in Rio, how there's literally a war going on in the favelas over drugs, right? And I think like the world is just becoming so chaotic, and there's nothing we can do to stop it because it's just going to keep getting more and more chaotic as we get closer to end times, right? And I was just thinking about it and I was like, well, with the little time we have left, we may as well enjoy our times with our families while things are still okay in our countries. I'm not saying, I obviously feel terrible for the countries that are going through all this right now. But for us who are still in countries where we still have some kind of freedom, enjoy the little time you have left because things are only going to get worse. But I just wanted to read, I think the other day I was flipping through my Bible and this verse came up and I was like, wow, I haven't heard this verse in such a long time. So I'm just going to read it out to you. So it's Ecclesiastes chapter 3. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, the mystery of time. So I'll read it out to you. So there's an occasion for everything and a time for every activity under heaven, a time to give birth and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to uproot, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to throw stones and a time to gather stones, a time to embrace and a time to avoid embracing, a time to search and a time to count as lost, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to sow, a time to be silent and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time for peace. What does the worker gain from his struggles? I have seen the task that God has given the children of Adam to keep them occupied. He has made everything appropriate in his time. He has also put eternity in their hearts, but no one can discover the work of God, the work God has done from beginning to end. I know that there is nothing better for them than to rejoice and enjoy the good life. It is also the gift of God whenever anyone eats, drinks, and enjoys all his efforts. I know that everything God does will last forever. There is no adding to it or taking from it. God works so that people will be in awe of him. Whatever is has already been, and whatever will be already is. However, God seeks justice for the persecuted. So I think that we just, like I was saying, we need to enjoy the little time God has given us left before things turn even more chaotic than what they already are. Enjoy the sense of normalcy that we do have left, and remember it is a gift from God. the fact that we can eat and drink and celebrate, that is all a gift from God. So, it can be hard in this time, but we do need to appreciate and enjoy the little time that we have left. I just wanted to, I guess, maybe say that as a word of encouragement, because I'm sure that there are so many people now who have anxiety about everything that's going on in the world, including me. It gets to me as well. But I think that's why we need to try and enjoy learn to appreciate what we have and who we're with in this current time. May God bless you all.